Hello world, this is Zan with the start of the Crime and Punishment game where I'm playing as LA Erytheia with my two disciples Gath and Man. We're playing against quite a few teams. Lucid is actually on one of them, although he does leave fairly early on. We're also playing against Sakane. Um, Unlike the Abyssea series, this is a game that has happened already. It's in the past, it's completed. So really there's no worry of catching up to my Abyssea series. And if I hadn't said it already, that's actually why I'm recording this one, because I thought this was a pretty cool game that I was a part of. And Stairway to Eternity is slowing down a little bit. I'm still in it, you see, I promise. On turn 40. I mean, a little further, but we're catching up, and I don't want my enemies. I trust them honorably to not be watching my videos, but you never know, just to be safe. So with that said, Crime and Punishment it's in the past, and I'm actually going to try and go through these turns fairly quick because this is just expansion. I don't. I would say I don't do anything crazy during expansion, but yeah, only I would do the stuff that we see here. So let's hop in. I remember my password because it's different. Excellent. So hop in. Uh, I'm not sure how or what I guess previous saves are going to show. All I know is I got them. And my first thing here is I was going to check who's my neighbor to the east. And I think turn one, I just recruited. Let's see, did I recruit? Yeah, I just recruited 4 extra little hoplites to make this line of them bigger. And then I went somewhere. I want to say I went here because I looked at the forest. That's not too bad. Everyone else has crossbows or a big province. And I said, you know what? Let me get some resources. Another thing I didn't do is, if you notice, I'm not recruiting anything because I am going all in on the shipwreckers. Shipwreckers did a lot of work in my LA Marignon game when I was playing New Castings, hosted by Lucid. And Balin always says that there's 20 units. That's like 600 gold worth of units. I'm going to pay almost the actual asking price for them, but you know what? I'm ignoring all the resources and I'm getting them immediately. I have full faith that even if I spend 540 gold, they're going to pay themselves off. Anyways, that's really all of turn two. There's no prophet renaming happening because it's disciples. So check it out. Down here we have Man, played by Grippa, and over here we have Gath, played by Balin. If you followed New Casting, Grippa was my eternal enemy as Utgard, and Gath was the eternal Gath, I guess, that he subbed into Death Scaled Gath with his capital having like maybe 5,000 population or something silly. And we just never let him even play the game. It was kind of unfortunate. The one chance he had, Grippa came and killed him. Good job, Grippa. And then I raided him with angels. I'm also a culprit. Anyways, that is, I guess, turn two. We can speculate where all the nations are, and I'll pretend I don't know. But I can tell you Relay's in this pond. That's about it. All right, let's go. Next turn. Oh, not through there. So, turn three. We have the battles of our disciples, and I'm not really going to go over most of them just for the sake of time, but Gath wins. Man barely wins because it's LA Man, and that's just what they do. I'll come in, and I have my staunch line of spears right here. Now that I've recruited those extra 4, now it's 3 full squares because they are formation fighters. And I have the Thyrophorites. I think I had them to attack rear. Unfortunately, this Indy commander saw through my plans and did something about it. So it's a little bit of a bloodbath up there. My hoplites rout the infantry kind of quickly, no losses. And then it's just, all right, let's get to these archers and kick their butts. These guys run. 11 morale for nothing. Luckily, the daggers and short swords of these guys aren't going to do much against the hoplites. They're either going to get repelled or beat up by the armor. So ultimately, yeah, I just lose some Thyrophorites and take the province, which is great because it is the forest. I have an expected event, which that prince I was building from turn one, he turns into the king, so he becomes an H3, which is very important in disciples now that you can't make profits. And then, I also get some gold back. And my gamble, I guess, on spending 500 gold on the shipwreckers works out, and I'm able to hire them. So the units they bring are these guys, which I guess I'm going to show there. I believe these guys are 20 gold a pop and a bunch of resources because they're size 3 with pretty good armor and weapons. They're really good. And then I moved up here and I got this forest with the nice resources. So next turn, I guess we'll see that I have started recruiting. I don't remember if I got a bunch of thyrophorites or a bunch of hoplites. And then I'm probably going to recruit the Princess of the Setting Sun because that way she can be the queen. She'll also become a Holy 3. And I think it's 0 upkeep for her. Like this guy should be 0 upkeep. Oh, no, no. There's still upkeep. Shoot. So she'll become the queen. I'll get another event. I'll get some more extra money. Some more extra. I'll get some more money. And now I have 2 Holy 3s that, honestly, I was so worried with the Erytheia expansion, I'm pretty sure I'm going to throw them out so they could start smiting things. Especially because, like, this guy is not in the, gambling game that is how good your prince is going to be. This guy clearly failed. Clearly failed. I mean, he rolled 2 out of all this, and 1's given to him. So, nah. All right, let's get to turn 4. Turn 4, Gath fights again. Flawless victory. He's probably tanking. Oh no, this is all humans. Because these Gittites are great expanders, but I guess they're expensive at the beginning. And then I have a battle where I believe I grouped everyone together. Yeah. Grouped everyone together because it had a lot of units on that province, and I wanted to expand with as few losses as possible. Yep. So this mess happens here. Everyone kind of goes to the rear and just says, I'm going to clear commanders. It works out very well for me. I lose 2 shamblers and 1 thyrophorite. But the province it's going to give me is like 100 something gold. I'll check it in a second. Oh, right. I thought this was going to be the princess turning into queen. That's okay because I'm the pretender and I have a Holy 3 here preaching to spike up my dominion because we have some pretty good scales, guys. Pretty good scales. And over here, yeah, this was a 100 income province. I mean, 10k prop, and then it has the unrest. And now I think we can start splitting this force. And I think that's what I do because I see this as just like 9 shamblers. So I think what I grabbed is I said, you come over here and you come over here to grab this forest. Because like before, whenever you see a province that has the little houses, that means it rolled on the higher population end. So I'm hoping that there's a lot of people in there. Over here, I'm finishing up my queen. Recruiting some more stuff. I'm pretty sure I filled this out to look maybe like, no, not the humans. These guys. Those guys, and then Datagos, because it's only 2 CP each. And that's it. I don't really recruit a lot of these. I don't want to recruit a lot of these. It's a random game. I have a very consistently amazing mage and then a randomly okay mage. And I can get 2 of these consistently good ones for 1 of these random ones. So, no, I'm not going to do that. Not going to do that. Go over to turn 5. There we go. Erytheia double expand. Just going to check this event first. Yeah. So there you go. The princess is now the queen. Get some extra gold. Get some holy magic. And let's check our battles. So underwater, we send our merman. Now that they are fast. Combat speed 17. He lost an arm. Oh, because he can't wield a shield. So he has no shield, so he's faster. But that's pretty good combat speed for the super heavy unit. They're going to go chop these guys up by being able to, repel these length 0 attacks, not take too much damage from them anyways, because they're heavy armor. And then because these guys have, 6 protection only, they're going to get chewed up by these long spears. And yeah, just come to the back and poke this guy. Shame on you. And then we have the other battle where we send the amphibious troops to actually fight on land. They cross the river to do so technically I am using their amphibiousness. And it's just going to be a massacre. Militia against war shamblers, no chance. No chance. They only kill one a turn, but they're going to kill that one person per turn. And then man expands, and man does what LA man does and fail versus what would be an even like an easy province. I guess they killed all the Zots and the Camazots killed scared them away. Okay, so this is turn 5, and I have 5, which is perfect. Okay, let's head up to turn 6. Now, another double expand. I'm going to come into the deep sea. They have knights, these coral hoplites up here, and I guess they waste all their time fighting the thyrophorites. And that's it. Fine. These hoplites are really good. They take no damage. They have so much protection. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Usually, underwater knights are terrifying because they have combat speed 30, 12 strength, and legitimate lance. So it should add, I think, that 12. Because when it's a light lance, it adds half the strength, up to half the strength, based on the combat speed. This is a full-blown lance, and they're going to go very fast. So that's a crazy, scary lance charge. We got an enchanted sword, because, you know, he didn't already have an enchanted sword. And then we have another battle with the Warshamblers. Because it was at this point I realized these guys are kind of getting far from my capital. And because they're really good mercenaries, I don't want somebody else to have them. And then because they're mercenaries in the first place means I don't want them backtracking through my own territory. So I spot something in the distance. They're over here now. And I say, hey, look at this nice little lake. Who's going to control that lake? Raga? Raga's not going underwater. Joman's over here. Joman can technically run down here and grab it, but he's probably going to want this one, and maybe he's going to want my lake, and that's not happening. But maybe he just goes this one, and then that's it. So maybe Joman wants this lake. But Raga's here. There's probably someone else here. And I say, I don't want to backtrack. I don't want to take this province because that's Joman's cap circle. Why don't I take this lake? It's going to piss off Raga. And I'm Erytheia. You don't want to piss off Raga as Erytheia. Who cares? Who cares? Let's do this. So I'm going to grab these guys and keep sending them down. And then over here, I think, I don't remember what I did. I think I ran in here, and I think I got my ass kicked. I think I had this one. I brought these guys. Yeah, this is, he's ready to go. And I think I did something like that this turn. So it would be like a triple expand on turn 6. I could sit here and research, but why? I need gold. I need gold so I can keep doing this. Keep doing double data ghosts, and they will research. Let's see. And I guess my teammates also had some fights. Even against a single Camazots, man loses troops. It's just so hard to expand with them without knights or something. Gath expands, and Gath expands with mercenaries. I have some air gems and some nature gems. Thank you, luck. I wish it was luck 3. It is what it is. And this was well with turn 6. Let's go to turn 7. All right, turn 7. We have the first of our disciples comes out. All man were created equal. Ruler of man, the mouth of Baby Spice. Why Baby Spice? Because we agreed as a team we were going to be named after the Spice Girls. And I think I'm the only one that did it. Let's see, we have some Gath expansion where his Inquisitor probably got sniped. Man expands, heavy losses, but relatively good. Joman is, I guess, is like assassin expansion because he killed the leader. I just don't know why you'd also use units for it. Usually pick up like an indy scout or an indy commander or something to have him follow. At least that's what I do. I don't waste actual units doing this. I'll go. Whoops. I mean, yeah, it's spoiled. I expand with both my H3s, my commander. I group up everyone because my units suck at fighting. So I group up everyone so that way I can have the smites and I can have the sacreds. And I can have the rest of the hoplites. So I don't double expand. Ooh. And then the Warshamblers do Warshambler things. So I guess I didn't come down here. I came up here. with what I had. Here's the Joman expansion. I guess he was assassin expanding over here to maybe get access to this lake. Looks like I built a commander here because it's pretty good population. I said, you know what, this is a good spot to check Joman. If he tries to come to my lake, he has to deal with this fort, which can go underwater or in here. We also find Midgard, which is kind of concerning because I see them in both of these places. I really wouldn't want him to take this or this cave. And over here, I actually started site searching. I have a 5-path mage. That's just one in each path. It's pretty easy site search around. That's 60. I'm in drain 3. Or is he in drain 3? He's in drain 1. That's really good for drain scales. Yeah, they're all 14, 12. I guess 12 would be the lower end of the spectrum. Yeah, because they're guaranteed 2 paths. Yeah, they're pretty good. So man is still trying to clear his cap circle. Gath is actually making some headway, being a lucky bum, finding the steel ovens in his cap circle. He forgot this wasn't a test game, this was the real deal. Over here he found Micklin. And yeah, and I'm just continuing my journey into the lake, my lake. All right, let's hop over to turn 8. So turn 8, we have found a magic site, a really good magic site. The Tower of the Golden Order might as well be a cap site because it gives you 4 gems. And it gives you these guys, which usually you find these on the Throne Province. 5-path mage, absurd research, very slow to recruit. And then they have good off paths because they can they can astral, they can communion up to get any of these if you don't already have them. Really, I just need them for their astral because I have really good fire astral mages already. So this is a little bit redundant for me. I'm gonna recruit them anyways because it's gonna come out to if I don't forward it, it's like 55, 56 gold per turn to get this guy because it's gonna take 4 turns to get him out. But yeah, why not? Why not? So that's a really good gem income for me this early, and then a really good mage. All because I'm site searching. Look at this, pretty darn good. Down here, it looks like I tried to split my forces and failed miserably. Let's see the first one. We have these idiots in the back against heavy calf. Let me speed this up because my guys are slow. And then they get denied. No land charge for you. I have all. Ooh, it's a big hit. But sometimes they just crit you. They just crit you and your 18 prot turns into 5. Sometimes it'd be that way. Crossbows. Crossbows, everyone. All does not work on them. That's right. It's entangled by the prophets doing prophet things. And then we're going to walk here to the back and try to kill these crossbows. And this is probably where all the real losses are good. Stop. Please. Please. Oh gosh, why would you stand there? Oh gosh, they're insane. Hey, there you go. She's dead. Yep, she totally deserved that. She deserved that. Alright, and then these guys get mopped up. And she's still alive. I guess this is because it was an older version of the game. So when I told them to advance and cast, I think they took it as let's walk up to melee range. I just wanted to smite things. And it would have been bad because this is not a bad pull. I mean, Water 2, you don't really need Water 2 for much. But Earth 2 is pretty solid. It could be worse. And then I guess I failed here. Well, and that's probably why. They snuck right down the middle. What? He didn't die. Wow. That's impressive. Oh, and it looks like they routed too. I guess this is all they have left. The commanders didn't route. That's funny. Down here, I'm continuing my push to the sea. Raga has finally appeared on my borders and said, "What the hell is Erytheia doing over here?" Um, they're probably gonna take these provinces. When I had the choice of coming here or here, I didn't want to take this Ichthyid province because it's Raga's cap circle. So I didn't want to just donate him a province. No, I'll take this one, and I'm kind of glad I did. Look at that, it's 24,000 population. This might as well have been another capital. I'm kind of thinking of it like, man, I want to hold this, but it's gonna be difficult because over here we have Pangea, and I think in a late age they can still seduce you. Yeah, so it's like any mage I recruit up here is probably just gonna get seduced away by Pangea. So better to come underwater where it's safe. The rest of the fights. Over here we have Man's Doggo, and he got so lucky that he brought it because all of his X-Men died. This is the best boy. All men were created equal. We wanted to kind of meme him, maybe twice born it, so it comes back as a Tarkarian. Have a bunch of Earth paths. Have water for like quickness and liquid body. In the meantime, it's kind of stealthy and it's gonna, cast big spells for him. So if we get a lot of Earth magic, he can cast Earthblood Deepwell. This is our big Earth caster. And for now, it's just kind of there to Wolf to, cast Wolf to give his guys some extra morale for being here with the god. Unfortunately, they all die to light infantry anyways. Embarrassing. LA Man is hard to expand with. I might have done it. Axeman looks like it's the way to go. I think Knights are better. I'd have to play them. I played them once, and it was horrendous. So I really can't blame him. Like it's hard. Here he tries again with Unblessed Wardens and Tower Guards, which are pretty good. And I mean, considering this is just 10 units and he did take all this out, that's pretty good. Wardens are good. Plate armor. Great sword. Wardens are good. I guess these were all of my battles. And then Gath expands. Oh, and then Gath's, you know, still not Spice Girls, shows up, and we'll see him next turn. On top of that, we have found Caleb, which I hope doesn't take this cave, but he's not going to take this one. This is way too close to Gath to take. I wouldn't recommend it, but he's probably going to take the easy cave, even though it's, I think, equidistant from me as this is from Gath. Midgard still has not taken this one. I don't remember if I negotiated for it or not. And yeah, that is going to be turn 8. So 2 more turn, guys. Bear with me, and we're going to wrap up expansion. And then from after that, we'll do like 2 or 3 turns per episode again. This is just kind of running through beating up indies. We're researching thaumaturgy, so that way if Raga gets unhappy of what I'm doing and sends over some Zayadins, I can do like a Mindburn Communion or something silly on him. No one takes magic resist on Raga. Everyone takes magic weapons, because without magic weapons, I can just cast like Body Ethereal Luck, and he'll never kill any of my units. Alright, some more Gath expansion, more Man expansion with the best pupper. Over here we have Gath's God. It is this Moloch. They're really good because they have all these imps at the beginning that are going to come to the back and just fight things. Like, look at it, it's just a bunch of archers, and they're all going to fight these guys. It has 20 protection without armor, so it's kind of like permanent Iron Skin. It has a heat aura, it has fear, it can fly, combat caster, so it will always get the script off, and then ambidextrous, so you can give it some good weapons. Really good stats, really good hit points. Just an overall very good chassis. The problem is it's expensive. Like if you take this as your pretender, it's absurdly expensive. It's like 300, 320 or something like that. So he's going to come to the back here and he's going to kick everyone's ass. Wait. Wait. We lost? How? Okay. Comes back here. And he gets hit by a holy scourge. The priest has a holy scourge. Okay, so here's the drawback of the chassis. It's a demon. So you can give a crappy unit like a priest this 10 gem Holy Scourge, and it's going to do 3 times the damage. It's going to attack twice, and it's going to give you the stats that you need to land those hits anyways. Oh, that is funny. That is too funny. And he got weakened, so -4 strength on both his attacks. Oh, poor Pollen. This is the kind of shenanigans that would happen to Pollen. The one thing that would stop this guy from taking the province. That's kind of good. That's kind of good. All right, and now we have enough of the Gittites to actually head out and take things over. Okay, so let's see how my fights go. Fighting a bunch of Ichthyeids. These are normally scary because of these nets, but because these are size 3, it's hard for the nets to get on them, and even if they did, they have enough strength that they can probably break free. But trying to take this with size 2s is difficult because of nets. Yeah, you see the nets come on, but, well, and whoever gets netted, if that net actually comes on, that person is probably dead. But, they fight everything through. I didn't expect too many to survive. And you see actually a good chunk of them died, or I guess 4. So I didn't try to rebuy them, so they've left us. And then I guess I have another battle where I beat these 2 Trident commanders over the head. More gems, some misfortune, but this is in that province that I'm not gonna have for too long. And more gems, because luck is awesome. Okay, it is at this point that Raga sees what I'm doing. Pangea is just like, what the heck? And the province I did all this for ends up having 20,000 population instead of like 500. Because normally, if you kind of do that, you overreach for something, it's going to give you like 500. But I guess the little boatsies mean that there's good population there. I'm not sure, but totally worth it. Look at this. These 2 provinces made this little trip so much worth it. Those war shamblers have done so much work for me. It's turn 9, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 provinces on turn 9 as Erytheia. That's nuts. And you might think, oh, he's site searching everything. His research sucks. Nah, research is pretty good, and it's only going to get crazier as I get more of these guys. This is in Drain 3. So over here, I guess I'm still waiting for money to build my first fort. I think I started this turn. And I have this guy over here in case I want to try to build a fort here. But the reality is, I can't sail. There's no way I can hold this. If I could sail, I can project pressure from my capital to a fort over here. So essentially, if I had a fort here, and you try to siege it, you have to deal with whatever my capital can send over, which means you need to have spies all the way over here. I can make Raga's life miserable if I had sailing. Just for my capital, I'm over here. You know, if this was water instead of a throne, I can literally sail to his cap circle. This is the perfect scenario for me to be able to sail. You may think, oh, well, Relay can try to cross this bridge and get in the water, and it'll be hard to kick him out. No. If they cross this bridge and get in the water, they deserve that lake because I was dumb enough to let them cross that bridge. And right now, I would have a hard time, but I keep rolling, I guess, W2s. And these guys, I can send these like water 1s. Like these are the perfect communion slaves right here. 1 in every path. This is communion slave. This is a communion slave. And then I need water magic, I use this guy. I need fire magic, I use this guy. And no matter what, it's going to be on path because they have 1 in everything. So if you do Power of the Spheres on one of your masters, this guy's 2 in everything. And then, somebody's going to Earth Power him. They're going to get boosted. These are perfect communion slaves. And I'm just going to keep side searching. I think this army, I'm either going to take the throne or I'm going to take these Deer Tribe. I think I'm going to go for the Deer Tribe because the throne, I haven't found out what's actually inside of it yet. So hell no. And that'll be turn 9. All right, and then we're going to go here to the last turn for this episode. It was a lot. We kind of rushed through expansion. I'll slow down after this. Let's go to my 1 battle. and it's going to be just a waste of time because it's a bunch of deer tribe. And in the early age, they were probably scary. In the middle age, I guess you can respect them, but in late age, I have plate armor, shields, their arrows do nothing. This idiot might get killed for walking. Look at that. He might get killed. Oh gosh, they could have run right at him. Anyways, we have the best boy takes provinces. Everyone expands fine. This is a good turn for us. This is a good turn for everyone except Grippa. But it's never a good turn for Grippa. I like, man, ugh, that early game sucks with them. If you can just skip to like turn 15 on them, they're so fun to play. But those first turns are horrendous. We have found Old Lucid, expanding with his Black Templars. Pangea expands up to my border, but he can, or I guess he can attack because the river's frozen over. But later on, the fact that this is a river on both ends, there's a possibility, if I wasn't dealing with Dryads, there's a possibility I could have held this just because of those two rivers. That means they have to walk up to these provinces before they could attack into Pantocrator's bounty. Technically, it's a peninsula. But, you know, I looked at the whole situation with infinite Dryads coming over, and I didn't think that was a good idea. So on his way to kind of find where I'm at, the Djedins are now searching for me. This is the terror that you don't want to see. This is turn 10. A horrible situation for any player would be this army here moves somewhere, bumps with these Djedins. Usually you won't have defenders on your commander. You won't be expecting that bump. And these Djedins kind of fly to the back and kill your commander, rout your army, and now that'll be turn 11, and your big army that's expanding is dead, and you have Djedins 2 turns from your capital. That's what you don't want to see. And this is a horrible position because I'm Erytheia, that's LA man. Like we need magic to defend against these, and that's rough, especially if he took like all resistances. So it could be pretty bad. Luckily for me, I think the closest one to him is this, which is underwater. So I'm building my castle down there. Nice 14k pop. Because it's underwater, it doesn't share resources with the land province. And then I'm building another one over here. My northern border is pretty much secure because I think I talked to Midgard at this point and I said, yeah, I guess you can take this because it'd be awkward if I took this. Or maybe if I took this, then he gives me this. Who knows? And I'll even cut off a connection to Joman. But Midgard looks like they expanded like hell. They expanded really good. Poor Joman. They are tiny. I think, yeah, it's Joman, Bogarus, and Veti, I think, is the team. And it doesn't look like they did very well with expansion. I don't think Bogarus or Joman do well with expansion in general. Veti does pretty good because they have the little Goblin Riders, I think they were. These guys, Wolf Riders? Or Wolf Brothers? Probably the Wolf Riders. They're cheaper. And recruit any forest. You can replenish on the field. Yeah, Veti expands well. The other two, not so much, and it kind of showed. Granted, Erytheia normally doesn't expand well, and I just snaked all the way into this lake over here. And here's the little Ichthia that's going to build a fort there. They're not getting this lake back. I'm going to do everything I can to hold this because this is my meme for the game on turn 10. All right, and with that, I'll go ahead and leave the episode here, and we'll catch up next time. And I'll be slowing down on the turns, maybe like 3 or 4, because the conflicts haven't escalated yet. But oh yes, they will. We'll see. See you next time.